Hi and happy Friday, everybody.
Hi and happy
Hi,
Friday,
Julie.
everybody. Hi, James.
Oh my gosh. So it's been a while. It's so great to have you here, my co-founder. How's everything going?
Hey, everything is going good. We're enlarging the team. I believe we talked about that in earlier updates. That's good. It just feels so good. Again, I want to state that this just evidence of us doing the right thing, growing the team, growing the work we are doing, and I'm very proud to be part of it and together with everyone.
Well said. And yeah, me too. It's just so exciting to watch various contributors taking on greater roles and the different projects that are really launching now. And yeah, proud is the right word. I'm so proud of everybody that we see. When we talk about how we're proud of people, this is what we're talking about. And I like just using a couple of these images that I found to talk about the guiding metaphors here at Gimbalabs. Good morning, Matthias. We believe in spreading knowledge and skills like dandelion seeds, and that's why we call our distributed infrastructure that Roberto is taking the lead on shepherding it into the world. But we call it dandelion because we know that dandelions are one of nature's most humble flowers. And when you blow a dandelion, you don't know where those seeds are going. And anybody who's ever tried to keep dandelions from growing in their yard, I know that here on the East Coast of the United States, that's quite a tall order in the spring. But that's kind of the beauty of it, right? We're just trying to bring knowledge and skills into the world. And to support it, our other guiding metaphor is the gimbal, which is a supporting or balancing device. It provides a way of scaffolding things. And this is my favorite educational concept, right? If we just put knowledge out there, we put skills and opportunities for folks to grow out there. And like gimbals or like scaffolding, we provide some support. That's the world we want to see. And this is the world that we are working to build on this growing team. So it's fun just to share those guiding metaphors with everybody and our mission. The words have changed a little bit over the last year that we've been doing this, but the message has not. We want to mobilize everyone to develop tools and applications through this experience of co-creation that facilitates, of course, adoption of the Cardano protocol, but also possibilities to everyone involved and really ignites the public imagination so that we can solve as many problems as possible. So that's why we're here. It's slow work sometimes, but it's so gratifying. And Julie, before we went live, you and I were talking about how once you start to witness these tools, it's hard to think about other things, huh?
Hmm. Definitely. It is.
It's pretty much all there is to say, huh? It's, it kind of gets it, but I've met so many people, and we're starting to meet just a more diverse array of people with different sorts of problem statements, different problems they're trying to solve. And when they really start to understand what blockchain technology is, what we mean by distributed systems, decentralized systems, sovereign identity, and the list goes on. It's starting to get easier and easier for people to wrap their minds around it and to start having the imagination to think about what problems they're going to solve. So every week we like to share some shout outs and some updates on what we've been doing and to nudge you in the direction of action. Um, no, I know. Well, and you're exactly right. One, I mean, it doesn't time move fast and slow right now. It's just, right? Like I want everything all at once. I find myself these days, but I also know that it takes the patient work to move and really understand these tools. So speaking
Mm.
of patient work, right? Project Catalyst Fund 6 is the first fund in a while that ran according to its time frame, right? There were some delays in Fund 4 and Fund 5 because we were all learning together how to do something that's really never been done before, right? Govern this massive treasury in a direct and iterative way. But Fund 6 has taken place over the last 12 weeks or so. Voting is over, and we just want to shout out everybody who took the time to vote over the last 2 weeks. We also want to shout out the Plutus project-based learning team. More on them in just a few minutes. To Juan, who's here in the chat. Juan, man, thank you for your unending support of Gimbalabs. The way you're out there in the community, spreading the word. It's inspiring, and you're setting such a good example for all of us. You're also running Salade Cafe, one of the breakout rooms after town hall. I know that Roberto has been involved in that too, and it's just such a joy uh, to watch you at it. Sorry, Julie, I'm just going off. I'm just talking and talking.
No,
Anything to add to those points?
that's good. I mean, to all of that, I'm curious what you state on the Plutus project, since I'm a super great fan of it, and I really believe that this can bring a lot of value to both like people, Plutus pioneers, and projects or companies who require the scarce resources to meet the demand, right?
Yeah.
But hey, and so grateful for all of you who voted on our proposals, not only just for everyone who voted, but especially for those who voted for Gimbalabs and Dandelion projects. I mean, we have been patient as well as the funds went, and yeah, we are kind of curious if we made it through this time, and
Oh,
looking very forward to the results. Yeah.
yeah, it's going to be really nice to find out. So you're saying we love everybody who voted, but we love you more if you voted for
Yeah, exactly. Good choice. Good choice.
this is what my mom told us. I love all four of you kids, but if you take care of your chores, I love you more. I'm kidding. No,
Oh, actually, yeah, that's actually, yeah, this wouldn't be the right approach, right?
no, I'm kidding. I love
Forget
it.
it. Still, we love you more.
Uh, hey, this is direct democracy in action, and I love the spirit of collaboration and the number of people we've met just by participating in Catalyst, right? I mean, this
Mm.
is bringing people together from around the world. It's incredible. And what's happening, we'll talk more about this with Plutus PBL and Playground. Um, Roberto sends his love today. He's dealing with a little bit of car trouble. So he says hi and wants to really communicate um, how excited he is about the crew of people participating in the Dandelion Alpha Network. Jaime Caso, John, OCG, Ron, Tom, Randall, Steve, Sosha, Kamin, Adriano, and A. Wow, wow, wow. The Dandelion Network is growing. There's some incredible technical work ahead, but the building of that network is underway. And what a joy to watch this critical network go online and to be doing it in this distributed way. This really is some of our most important work. So across Gimbal Labs, a variety of projects are really taking root. We've been doing, there's not a lot to share in terms of operationalizing and infrastructure building. This has been deep work. A lot of it, when you start to build a distributed organization, when you have a growing team, we've had some emotional conversations, but we're doing the hard work of figuring out how to build an organization that works as well as possible for as many people as possible. So I'm not going to bore you with all the details, but all of that work is going on in the background. And then as we look at the different strands of our work, Dandelion, Roberto has now hosted 2 deployment parties for the incentivized alpha network. It's such an incredible approach to building documentation by working together. Steve has been running a node, right? And yeah, there's several live nodes now. Our work is to get those talking to each other, to learn from each other about how to best get these nodes online. And what we really want to be able to do is we want to be able to clearly communicate what the requirements are to anybody who might want to run a Dandelion node. And then we want to support people to get those nodes up and running. And then we need those nodes to be able to talk to each other. Okay, so this work of building the load balancer, Roberto has talked in recent weeks about the daemon that's going to help to kind of route requests to any given node, right? So that even though you're using distributed infrastructure, it feels like one thing, right? That's the work of right now. Obviously, we need some good monitoring and metrics to know which nodes we can trust most. So all of that work is ongoing, but of course, having the nodes in the first place is prerequisite to all of that. And that's what's happening right now. Gimbalabs Playground has been taking off. We have such a great lineup of presenters in the upcoming weeks. We have WADA presenting on their NFT project this upcoming Tuesday. What's that going to be? The 20, gosh, I can't count right now. The 25th,
It's
26th?
26.
Okay.
26.
WADA will present
Interesting.
on the 26th of October, Fuffy Coin first week in November, and IdeaDAO the week after that. And I'm hearing rumors that we're going to meet the One's son. Juan's son is going to drop by and present. So he and I have been talking in the background. So looking forward to hearing that presentation as well. And like we already mentioned, looking forward to those Catalyst Fund 6 results. But what I really wanted to share with y'all today is a quick update on the Plutus project-based learning team, another team that's really been coming together. We started this project about 2 months ago, where we said, okay, look, Plutus pioneers got us this far. We all learned the basics of Plutus. We learned what a validator is and how to create one. We learned how to build and emulate contracts. But we also, a lot of us felt like we needed a little bit more time and experience to really feel like we knew how to build a full stack dApp. And that's where Plutus project-based learning, or you'll hear us refer it to as Plutus PBL or PPBL, that's where the idea for this came from. So we have a public repository. Here's the link right here. It's also in the YouTube show notes. And you can look at how we lay out a set of tasks for ourselves each month. And then everybody contributes to trying to figure out those tasks in a project-based way. When they're done, we share that work with each other, and we're trying to make video and written documentation for each one. So it's really exciting to see this work taking off. Sam, Eli, Ganesh, and Matthias are the 4 founding team members. Big shout out to our newest team members, Adrian and Angela. And I think the team will grow a little bit more in November as well. We have a few folks who will be really great to bring into that team. I want to especially shout out and congratulate Eli, Ganesh, and Matthias for winning the Plutus Capstone Challenge. You can see them talking about this next week, next Thursday on the Cardano 360. Just amazing to know that you guys are diving in, building your skills, representing this project. And for me, the most important thing about PPBL is the signal it sends out into the broader Cardano community. Hey, we know it's hard work to learn how to use this stuff, and we're here for it. We think it's worth it. We want to build this functionality. We want to share it with the world, and we want to empower as many people as possible to start using it. So huge shout out there. And shout out to Sam. I don't know if people know this. Sam's a teenager. He's taking it on himself to jump into this new world and to be a leader in it. It's unbelievable. Watching your commitment. And thanks for having this entrepreneurial spirit, for seeing the future and seeing the projects that you want to bring to life over the next few years and taking these steps to get going on that. It's really, really exciting to watch you operate, Matthias. And yeah, thanks for creating the environment to make this happen. Couldn't be more proud of being your partner and having a chance to work with you and all the work we're doing together. All right, Julie, I made these slides before I knew you were coming, so I'm just sitting here talking. But do you have any
I'm a
questions?
fan. No, I'm a fan of it. You know it. I mean, it's just I mean, bringing this to life is just awesome, and that's so much credit on you, James, as one of as this is actually your baby, and from the concept, I mean, it is worth what it is now. It's just showing that it's so much important for the team who is on it right now, and for the projects that are out there. And there's a good symbiosis of it. So I'm just a fan of it, and I would want us to have like dozens or more pioneers and more projects, and really spreading out, because there's so much potential here. Yeah, I'm a fan of it. Yeah.
And I guess what we'd ask of our community is, apply those metaphors of spreading dandelion seeds and seeing the
Yeah.
scaffolding and the gimbals. And
Mm-hmm.
right, what we
Mm-hmm.
ask of everybody out there is hold us to that promise, right? If
Mm-hmm.
you don't see us spreading these results like dandelion seeds, and if there's not that level of support, we want to know and we want to get better, because that's really what's
Mm-hmm.
guiding this action.
Yeah.
So, next steps, just an invitation to join us in building wherever you feel comfortable. These are the 4 weekly meetings that you can count on. Playground happens every Tuesday at 4 p.m. UTC. This is an open meeting for everyone, whether you're a developer or not, whether you've been following Cardano for years, or you're brand new here and just want to find out what's going on. We try to create a space where we can have real conversations about the work ahead. We invite guest presenters to share about their projects, and then we have open time to really talk about the implications, both socially, economically, politically, and technically, of bringing those projects to life. And just speaking personally, I've just gotten so much personal growth and value out of attending these meetings and hearing everybody talk and learn together. If you're more technically minded and want to be part of helping the unprecedented Dandelion Network go online, you can join the gardeners meetings facilitated by Roberto. And I forgot to write the day there. That's Tuesdays as well at 7:30 p.m. UTC. Um, so yeah, a bunch of people in the chat here in YouTube. Hi, everybody. It's really good to see you here. A lot of people have been attending those meetings, and we're really looking forward to watching that team continue to grow, just like wildflowers. Plutus PBL runs office hours on Wednesdays at 3:30 p.m. UTC. This is a 1 hour meeting where everybody who's on the PPBL team gets together just to hear from others in the community about what questions folks have about Plutus or smart contract or DApp development. Often we don't quite get to looking at code at those office hours meetings, but we really have kind of the higher level conversations about some of the technical challenges that we've been meeting as we learn Plutus. And then if you do want to look at code, we have an open and live Plutus development session on Thursdays at 2 p.m. That's more of an extended session where people take turns walking through code together, doing live demos, troubleshooting, and all that kind of thing. So those are the current weekly meetings. You can see these as well as this weekly update at gimbalabs.com/calendar. And if there's other meetings that you would like to host, if there's other sorts of communities or questions, just reach out and ask. We really want to create a space where people can get the conversations and the support they need. Um, I know that I'm trying to maintain more development time in my life, so this is probably about my capacity for community meetings right here. But if anybody is looking for other ways to bring people together, I would love to support you in that. All right. Oh man, the YouTube chat is as nerdy as I would ever hope for. Love you guys. This is so good. A, thanks for being a gardener. And it looks like what is Steve running? Steve's comparing his machines to dinosaurs. So we've got gardeners, we've got zookeepers. Excellent. So usually we like to end with just questions from the community. So if anybody has questions about anything we covered today or anything else, happy to stick around for a little longer. But that's the agenda for today. We're really excited that you're all here and really excited to keep the work going. Any questions on your part, partner?
No, nothing. Maybe on our Plutus Pioneer, I mean, when the next pioneers, when the next projects, but I believe we're working on that. That's the most curious part I have, but yeah, I'm sure there will be more coming more, right?
Well, the next one of the next frontiers for Plutus PBL is to create a space where other projects can support the community by supporting Plutus developers to learn and to build stuff. So yeah. We're in a few different conversations about that, and I'll be excited to share. Great questions coming in. Okay, so yes, we delayed our NFT a little bit because we have been leveling up. We have a high standard we don't want this to be just an NFT. We want to really make sure that this thing sends a signal out into the community that, hey, we collectively, we don't have the whole story yet about NFTs, and art really is just the beginning. So we want to build something that kind of capitalizes on the hype of NFTs in a way that, right, by capitalizing on that hype, we're capturing people's attention and we're saying, hey, there's more to it than this. Are you ready for it? So we're tweaking our approach a little bit just to make sure that we're doing that part right. And yeah, that means a delay because we're Gimbalabs. We're in the Cardano community. Yeah. We're used to slowing down.
It's slowing down for the good. So yeah.
That's right, doing it right. So Roberto is a member of the Atala Pioneers program. He got that news yesterday, so he'll be in that. I didn't apply for it officially just because I can't quite add another thing to my plate right now, but I'll certainly be watching those lectures on YouTube just in an informal way and trying to understand as much as possible. Love it. Nice. Okay, and Matthias, good. So yeah, we'll combine that work with Plutus Pioneers work as necessary. That's really exciting. Yeah. Oh man, and the PPBL people are making some great stuff. You can go to this URL right here, gitlab.com/gimbalabs/Plutus-learning. And this link should be in the show notes on YouTube as well. For a list of what's being built, right? In September, started with a couple of just kind of standalone tools that just helped us start to learn. Those tools are moving towards higher utility and integration with each other this month in October. And in November, we're moving towards more cohesive projects, hopefully that really reveal real utility. So we're in the process right now of defining precisely our task list for November. But yeah, just moving from learning experiences and basic tooling gradually towards more comprehensive functionality. Yep. Oh yeah, we got that one. We talked about that. And Juan, again, thanks as always. Yep. Do it right. Keep playing and right. There's this balance I hope that we can achieve of hey, this is serious work and you got to do it right. If we're talking about money and governance and value and people's identity, you don't want to screw that stuff up. But I also hope that we always remember to play as well and create these spaces to have some fun and stay human. I know that I've been glued to a screen too much for the next 14 months, or the last 14 months, and definitely want to make sure to do everything else that makes life worth living, even as we're experiencing this revolution together. Regarding playground presentations, yeah, I'm happy to meet up anytime to talk about that. But the basic idea is, bring a 15 to 30-minute presentation and then be ready to take questions from a group of people, like a diverse group of interests, developers, non-developers, et cetera. Okay. My advice is to try to be interactive, right? Start asking the audience questions early in your presentation to really get the most out of the conversation, right? Anybody can come talk about a thing they're building, but Playground really provides a chance to interact with other people and to develop your thinking together. Amen, partner. And yeah, Steve, one last shout out to WADA. We're so excited to welcome the WADA team to Playground next Tuesday. This is going to be really fun. They're presenting on their NFT project, which spiritually aligns with our work. I think it's really doing a good job of exploring what an NFT can do. So WADA team, thanks for doing that. All right. Good deal. Yep. We'll see you in Discord, Matthias. Thanks everybody for dropping by today. Julie, thanks for being here.
Hey,
Thanks for helping the
no,
launch of the labs.
it's nice to be here, really.
Yes.
Thank you all. Bye
Cheers,
bye.
everybody. Happy Friday.